So today I want to talk about sprinting. Sprinting is so incredibly important as you get older, especially for over 50-year-old runners like us. So if you've been following the Maffetone style training, low heart rate training, you probably feel like you're just slogging along all the time, and you might be getting a little faster, but not all that much faster. Well, it's real important to once you build your base up, to start incorporating some sprinting, because that does three things for you. First of all, mainly it trains that neuromuscular system to get used to more of a range of motion, to allow you to lengthen your stride and actually run faster when you're just doing your normal runs. Second of all, it boosts your metabolism and gets that extra fat burning going. You know, that can go for 24 hours after just a short sprint session. And then thirdly, it just builds some strength, firing up some of those muscles that you might not use all that often. So sprinting is important, but it's important not to do it very often. Once you've got your base built, we're talking every 10 days or 2 weeks, and this is only if you're feeling good that day that you're doing your sprint. So before you actually get to that point, what I suggest you do on your normal runs is kind of build up a little bit by doing some quick tempo sessions during your downhill runs. So when you're going downhill, you can go ahead and push it for 10 or 20 seconds and still stay below your MAF heart rate. So that's a great time to do that. And then another thing you can do is right near the end of your runs, go ahead and put in a 10 to 20 second burst at the end. It's not going to throw anything off, but it'll kind of get you used to that movement of sprinting. So when you actually do a sprint workout, the first thing you want to do is make sure you warm up for at least 15 or 20 minutes. And you might even want to do some warm-up exercises, mobilizing those hips, do some squats, just to make sure everything is good and warmed up. Now, a sprint session, what we're looking at is somewhere between 10 or 30 seconds, and you don't want to do it more than like 5 times. So the key for doing the sprint is once you're warmed up and you're ready to go, you want to go all out for 10, well, I'd suggest 15 seconds start off. Go all out for 15 seconds and then take at least 30 seconds to rest before you do your next session. And each session should be very close in time. So the way to do this, I like coming out to a field where there's some lines, and I can run from line to line and get in that approximate range I'm looking for. And then each sprint you do, you want to be very close to that time. So if you do a 15-second sprint, and then the next one's 16 seconds, and then the third one's 18 seconds, time to stop, okay? The idea is not quantity, it's quality. So you only want to be able to do consistent sprints. And if you can end up doing 5 consistent sprints, you're going to stop. You're not going to do more. So the whole idea is just to build this in and get yourself faster. The other point I do is, let me get back here. Woo. This is a great time to run barefoot. If you get out on a play field or a turf field, do these barefoot. It's more of a natural motion. It'll wake up all those connections that you really need, and it'll really make a substantial difference in your running. So give it a go. Find preferably a nice grassy field area. Go barefoot if you can, and try 5 sets, 15 seconds each with 60 seconds rest. And if your times are getting slower, don't worry about doing 5, just stop. And then don't do another one for at least 10 days or 2 weeks, and only do it if you feel really good that day, and only do it after you've substantially warmed up. Great.